The next Clash Royale update brings a completely new game mode to the arena. We've brought 8 of the world's greatest content creators to compete in a touchdown tournament. From Mexico, Antrax. And from Spain, the Alvaro 845 comprise Team Despacito.
And from Germany, we have the great Trimax. And his teammate is none other than Chef Strobel. Together they join forces and form Team Tryhard.
From Brazil, Flakes Power. And Bruno Playhard on Team Soccer Over Football.
And from America, OMG, it's Eclipse and his teammate Orange Juice. With their powers combined, they form Team Four Eyes. I'm Ash from CWA Mobile Gaming.
Howdy, I'm Woody from Reddit Alpha. And today we'll be commentating on the touchdown tournament.
That's right, Woody. We'll be giving away 500,000 gems to you guys, the subscribers and viewers of these content creators, based on their performance.
Who will come out as champion and get the most gems, we'll have to see in the arena.
Howdy, everyone, and welcome to the arena. My name's Woody from Reddit Alpha, and I'm here today with Ash from CWA Mobile Gaming. We're introducing you to the Clash Royale Touchdown Update stream. This update is going to introduce a completely new game mode to Clash Royale. Ash, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
I would love to, Woody. This is going to be a brand new game mode. Let me make this clear. This is coming the next update. It's one of what will be an exciting new additions to Clash Royale. Now, you'll notice in this new game mode, no towers, no river, no bridge. How do you score crowns, you ask?
Is that what you asked? Clash Royale.
No, it is Clash Royale, Woody. You still get crowns. But how you score crowns is the name of the game mode. It's by getting a touchdown. Getting to the opponent's end zone, with any troop. It could be a golem, it could be a skeleton, will get you 1 crown. At the end of regulation, whoever has more overall crowns wins the match.
Makes sense to me. And there's a little bit of overtime also if there's a tie, right?
Well, if it's a tie, of course, it goes into sudden death as normal rules would kind of dictate in regular Clash Royale. So the first person who wins in the sudden death mode goes ahead and wins the match.
Makes sense to me.
Absolutely.
We're going to be showcasing this new game mode with 8 of the greatest content creators from around the world, representing their countries and their communities. They'll be divided out into 4 teams total and going head-to-head in a 2v2 battle in a double elimination format. If these teams lose twice, they're out of here. But if they make it to the grand finals, Ash, and they win, they'll get 200,000 gems to share with their subscribers.
Do we get any or what? What's going on?
We do get a cut of that.
I want gems to go to my subscribers.
I'm glad that you asked.
Okay.
The second place team will get to split 100,000 gems. We are going to get to split 100,000 gems.
Sweet.
And the semifinalists will also be able to split 50,000 gems apiece.
That is so cool. So we can give back to our subscribers with our winnings.
Yeah.
Well, we don't win, but.
So make sure to check these guys out on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you may find them.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and meet our teams, Woody. Starting out from Spain and Mexico, we have Anthrax and Alvaro in Team Despacito. What's going on, guys? Alvaro, I gotta ask you, you are a stream veteran here with Supercell Games. Do you ever get nervous, or are you just cool, calm, and collected like you look?
I mean, I'm always nervous because the stage is so good, but hopefully we can take it. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Antrax.
Hi.
I love your videos, man. I think some of your best work are these new videos that you've been making where you put on a costume to celebrate cards that get introduced. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's a fun way to play with the new cards, but when my mom told me dress like a night witch, it's so weird.
We'll have to check those out later. That's Team Despacito. Let's go ahead and introduce our second team. From the United States and Canada, let me introduce Team Four Eyes. Team Four Eyes has got Orange Juice Gaming and it's Eclipse. Orange Juice. I love your videos. It's always a pleasure to be able to collaborate with you. It's always especially amazing to learn about those juicy, positive elixir trades. Tell us a little bit about your history in making strategy videos for Clash Royale.
Oh, I just love strategy and game mechanics in general, and actually about strategy. We've already figured out the optimal tile placements for this game mode, so we're gonna be making some mad positive elixir trades tonight.
Nice, guys. I have a lot of faith in you guys. And OMG, you'll never believe who is sitting next to OJ on his left side. Could it be the clickbait god himself? It's Eclipse. Eclipse, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic, dude. Is this your first live event, I think, right?
Yeah, first time ever in Finland, first live event, and we're ready to win.
Are you nervous at all? Or
Yeah, I'm really nervous. There's a lot of good teams out here, a lot of competition, but at the end of the day, OJ and I are going to get that 200,000 gems for our subscribers.
Wow. I love the cockiness, and certainly there's no one better to be sitting next to than the great OJ. So I have faith in the team. Expect good things out of you guys.
Eclipse is actually a really good player, too.
I'm just joking. All right, so next up, our next team is going to be hailing from Brazil. It's Bruno and Flakes Power. And their team name is Soccer Over Football. I don't know about that team name, guys, but Flakes Power, cornflakes, frosted flakes. How do you get the name, man?
No, everybody asked me this, but there's no reason. When I created my channel, I needed to choose a name, and I don't know why, but Flakes Power was the first option I have in mind. So
Hey,
it's
man,
Flakes Power.
now you got it and you own it and it suits you well. So
Yes, it's
good
mine.
job. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
No problem.
And Bruno, you are a prolific YouTuber in your own right. I recently heard that you hit a huge milestone on your channel. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I'm really happy to be here. And actually, last week, my channel reached 3 million subs on YouTube, Woo! So that's a lot.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really good to have this community so passionate about the game and supporting me every time, every video, every day. So I really like it.
Awesome. Well,
Congratulations,
best of luck
man.
to you, and congratulations on the subscribers.
Thanks, man.
Woo. That's 3 of the teams. We only got one more to introduce to you now. Both hailing from Germany, let me introduce to you Chef Strobel and Trimax. These guys will be Team Tryhard today. Team Tryhard. You guys are going to be cooking up some amazing card combinations. I know you, Chef Strobel, might be doing that in particular. Were you making food when you thought up that name, or where did that come from?
Yeah, many people ask me inside my stream. So I start to play Clash Royale in the university. My surname is Strobel. Everybody calls me Strobel. So chef means in Germany boss. And just
kind of
put
like
it in,
chief.
Yeah, like chief. So I put it in front. Yeah, now I'm Chef Strobel.
Cool.
Nothing with cooking.
And your teammate here is the great Trimax. I gotta ask, your favorite card in the world has always been the Inferno Tower. I know this, I know you well. You love the Inferno Tower. Just joking, you hate it. But do you think that card might be good in this new game mode?
My community and me, we think this card is in the normal mode way too defensive, but in this mode where you've got no tower at all, it might be pretty okay to play it. It's even pretty strong against the Golem, which is strong in this mode.
Yeah, absolutely. It's weird because we'll see as this day progresses here is that all the cards that you think are really good, they might not be so good. And cards that you think are kind of lackluster, they might have new purpose in this new game mode. Right. So speaking of the new game mode, let's take a quick look at the bracket today, and then we'll look at the new arena.
Of course. We've got 8 players today competing on 4 teams in a double elimination bracket. Despacito and Four Eyes will go up against each other first, and Soccer Over Football will play against Tryhard. The losers will hop down to that lower bracket, while the winners stay up on top. Through the lower bracket, they can finally get a chance to go to the grand finals to compete against the winner of the winners bracket in a best of 5. There will be no second finals if the winners wind up being from the losers bracket. So that's going to be it. The grand finals is best of 5.
Basically, you don't want to lose 2 matches.
No.
You're out.
You'd be kicked out.
You'd be kicked out.
Gotta get those
No shot at
wins.
the $200,000 gems. Incredible. But before we get into the actual gameplay, which should be just a second away, let's take a quick look at this new arena here. So you can see on the screen right now, here it is. There is no towers, Woody. There's no river. There's no lanes.
Is
There's
this even
nothing.
Clash Royale?
Exactly. So it is weird. There's no bridge. There's nothing. So basically, the map has 2 end zones. You can see the opponent's end zone over here and my end zone over here. The goal is very simple: to get any troop, whether it be a golem or a skeleton, to the opponent's end zone. Once they cross that line, the round is reset. The clock isn't reset, but you score a crown. First team to 3 crowns wins, or, of course, if the regulation ends, the team with the most crowns wins.
And what about sudden death? Is there an overtime?
Yes, if it gets to sudden death, just like normal Clash Royale, it goes double elixir mode, just like normal Clash Royale, and it's sudden death. The first person to get that touchdown wins the match.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really interesting format. There are a couple other rules to this new game mode, which we'll go ahead and discuss as the stream progresses, Woody.
Sounds
but
good.
for now, let's go ahead and meet our first teams in this tournament here. So let's go, guys. We have Team Despacito. Go ahead and take your podium, gentlemen. And your opponent for this first match in the touchdown challenge is going to be none other than Team Four Eyes. Team Four Eyes, take your podium. Gentlemen, start your drafting. So, it's a good time to talk about this, but this new game mode is going to be just draft for now. So basically, every single time 2v2 we enter into the game, it's you draft and then you play.
Okay, so I'm familiar with draft mode. You get to choose between 2 different cards. You and your teammate both working on it together to try to build a deck that has good offense and solid defense.
Absolutely. It's a little bit different, though, because obviously we know no towers. So cards such as spawner decks or spawner cards, Tombstone, Furnace, Barbarian Hut, all those cards have like a different purpose now. And we see cards like Battle Ram being absolutely incredible in this game mode because instead of targeting towers, they're going to target the opponent's end zone, Woody. And that's a really easy touchdown if it's not checked.
Yeah, so big, heavy bodies like the Golem, Lava Hound, they'll make that big march toward the other side, but you still might be able to sneak in with something small like a skeleton, and either troop is worth a crown.
Absolutely, and this is round 1, so here we go. Fight! The little goblin referee runs into the side here, and this is the first ever look at the brand new game mode here. So OJ and Eclipse start out with a mortar on their end. Now, of course...
Oh yeah, mortar, the first card to get played.
Isn't that very apropos, Woody? So you can only play most of your cards, with a few exceptions, behind that one first line closer to you.
Gotcha.
So it's not like you can deploy your cards at the opponent's end zone.
Right, and the same applies for some of the troops that you would normally be able to send in pretty far, like the Miner or Goblin Barrel. You can only send those halfway across the arena.
Exactly. So basically the Miner, the Graveyard, and the Log can be played up until the 50-yard mark, so to speak, the halfway point in the arena. And then everything else can only be played behind your white line.
Okay, so we got a bomb tower here defending this left side attack. Fortunately, that giant skeleton goes down pretty quickly, but this balloon is going to present a big threat. Whoa! An ice wizard played directly underneath that giant skeleton bomb, and this balloon needs a hard counter if it's going to be stopped.
And this could be tricky here. You have to stop. Doesn't matter if it has 1 HP left.
Lightning at the last second!
Wow!
The first touchdown in this tournament goes to Team Despacito.
Alvaro and Anthrax connected with that balloon. Even though it was low on HP, they had that clutch lightning to finish it off and get the touchdown there. But remember, the match is still alive. There's 3 minutes, and that was only 1 touchdown scored, aka 1 crown in the battle.
This is a big, heavy push out the left side. A Royal Giant and a Lava Hound, but it might get burnt up by an Inferno Dragon. Oh, nice tornado pulls them all in, and I think that the defense is going to hold up for Alvaro and Anthrax.
Woody, do you see that bandit over there kind of dashing between skeletons on that tombstone?
So sneaky. She goes pretty fast, doesn't she?
Absolutely, and one thing that you have to notice too is that tombstone is constantly providing skeletons. Every single one of those skeletons has to be dealt with in this game mode, because all it takes is one errant skeleton to creep by on the opposite side, and that scores a touchdown.
Oh man, Ash, I'm so used to just taking a little bit of damage here and there to try to build up an elixir advantage, but at no point in this game can you allow even one unit to cross your in zone line, can you?
Absolutely, it's definitely a whole new game, and you can see, you want to pay attention to this battle ram over here on the left-hand side.
Sneaky.
We saw battle rams, okay, it is checked, thankfully, but battle rams are very, very lethal in this game mode.
Absolutely dangerous.
And you know what?
But stopped by that skeleton.
There's actually no Hog Rider in this game mode. There's a few special rules that we'll get to as the matches progress.
Oh man, that'd be insane if a Hog Rider could just run straight.
A Hog would
line.
run straight to the other side. So that's why Battle Ram is even more powerful, because it provides that option to give you that speed charge damage, even opposed to, say, Princes. Because Princes can be stopped by a skeleton or a goblin.
Okay. And since there's no bridge, do you think that that makes melee units even stronger?
I think that early on, it seems like melee units are a little bit stronger so far. All you need is one air targeting troop to stop those flying units coming through, but sometimes those hefty, big HP units, they can really be a problem to deal with here in this game.
Man, this balloon is looking scary out the left side, but it runs out of time. Team Despacito with the 1-0 win in this very first game. But have no fear, if you're a fan of Team Four Eyes, this is going to go to a game 2. We've got a best-of-3 match overall. 1 win for Despacito. They're just going to get 1 more, and they'll claim the match.
Yeah, and think about it too. There is strategy involved here when it comes to, if you have the early lead, like Team Despacito got there, there's a certain strategy you can play more defensive. This isn't like the normal 2v2 or even 1v1. This is Clash Royale like we've never seen it before. Again, this is coming next update, so this is a good time to kind of scout out and see what works and what doesn't, right? So one thing that I've seen, just playing it a little bit early on, you and I, is that you have to save elixir to defend, because even if it's just a goblin, like I said, you need an answer for everything. So it's not like you can rely on your tower to finish off that one minion or whatever coming through. Okay. You need to have elixir to deal with everything that's approaching your side of the arena, your end zone.
Absolutely, but just a lot like normal Clash Royale in where you've got towers, you can also have different sorts of decks being built, even with draft mode. You can have big, heavy decks that march strong in one side of the arena, even on the very edge of the arena. Or you can just try to poke and prod here and there, send a little skeleton in, try to sneak onto the opposite side while you're making a big push on one side.
Yeah, there is some draft strategy. In other words, you are still passing 8 cards to your opponents here, right? So the cards that you pass, if you pass them cards that can't deal with tanks, you're much more better off going really, really hard with that Golem and Giant Lava Hound all in the same area. There's no lanes, but early on, you can kind of see that these players, there's a left and a right and a center, right? And it seems like you drop your tanks and your melee units on the sides, and you drop your range units oftentimes in the center so they can kind of pick anything off.
That was a clutch log, but it just barely missed one of the Spear Goblins, who was able to kill that Ice Wizard over on the right. Nice job on defense here to Eclipse and Orange Juice. They managed to take that push out, but it's kind of backwards on the counterattack. Giant behind that Night Witch means that she's not going to survive.
Wow, Elite Barbarians coming on the right. Elite Barbarians with a new helmet.
They've got a new helmet on. That's not normal. Look at that.
The Battle Ram is
going to stop the wow.
The Battle Ram there pushes the Elite Barbarian over the goal line.
Wow, so the Elite Barb got the win right there, but I think the Battle Ram was the MVP of that attack.
I think so. The Battle Ram pushes the Elite Barbarian. Elite Barbarians and Battle Ram, for my money so far, seem to be some of the most powerful cards inside this game mode. They both move fast. They both have to be dealt with immediately.
Wow, we got a big attack at the left side. This Lava Hound is trying to make its way through, but it got caught on that building there. I've seen that these players normally been playing the buildings a little bit further back. The spawner's kind of right at that goal line, but maybe they placed that one a little bit far forward to try to catch that Lava Hound early. What do you think they were thinking there, Ash?
Yeah, so one thing about these buildings is for my money early on, it's best to play them in your own end zone, because what that does is it prevents the enemy's troops from crossing the end zone. They'll essentially stop right at the end zone.
Oh, man, Rocket comes down hard. Kill
Just
that
misses the
executioner, but
wizard,
missed
though.
the wizard.
Yeah. So this could be trouble here for Alvaro and Anthrax coming through. Of course, they have enough elixir to deal with it, and you can see OJ and Eclipse doing something smart here. They're hitting the opposite lane as well.
A little bit of push at the left and the right. That giant uncontested, though. He's making the march toward the end.
And there
makes
it
a
is.
touchdown for Team Four Eyes.
Wow. How about that? That giant just went the length of the field there on the left-hand side, like we talked about. You put that tank there early on, and sometimes it just needs to be stopped, whether a building or whether by mass troops. There's no tower for it to run into anymore, Woody. It has to be stopped, just the end zone.
You know, this other troop is pretty slow, too, the Golem out the left side. But
They have
if
the
he's got
Inferno
enough
Tower.
hit points, he'll be able to get there, right? Not unless the Inferno Tower burns him up. Nice defense for Team Four Eyes. And
Yeah.
look, Sparky is getting some value on the field. It's past halfway at this point.
Graveyard is a weird card in this game, though. There is no tower for it to target. However,
Yeah.
the skeletons do a good job kind of swarming and distracting at the same time. If they do reach the end zone, they all have to be accounted for.
And I like the fact that they kind of split on the left and right.
Yeah, Graveyard might have a whole new purpose now. We'll have to see. But this Battle Ram, again, coming in on the right is going to be hopefully blocked by this mortar, or is okay.
Oh, mate.
A last-minute turn by that Battle Ram. As OJ was saying early on, you have to know and study all the new kind of aggro zones for every individual card.
Interesting. And something else I've noticed about this, Ash, whenever a unit has just a little bit of health left, it still presents a big threat that has to be responded to. Bandit dashes out on that right side to kill the Executioner, and that's a good exchange for Team Despacito.
And we are in sudden death overtime right now. It's 1-1 in this round. This is huge right now, so the next team to score a touchdown will pick up this victory. Elite Barbarians played right in the middle of the arena.
Whoa! Can Sparky charge up fast enough?
Battle Ram, Battle Ram!
No, too slow! Elite Barbarians and a Battle Ram crash into the mortar, and they're about to cross the finish line.
That's gonna be it. Oh, look at the Spear Goblins. Oh, it's just too much coming in
That
through.
OP rocket, the BM rocket, lands
Wow.
right on Four Eyes' side of the arena. I think we've got a 2-0 match win for Team Despacito.
Team Despacito, congratulations. Why don't you guys congratulate your opponents?
Nicely done, guys. You know,
Give it up again for Team Despacito, guys.
Despacito may mean slowly, but those guys were going awfully fast toward the tower. I saw Elite Barbarians and Battle Rams running straight for him.
Yeah, two questions. Number one is, do you guys have the Bieber fever, Despacito, or?
Actually,
fan?
we don't even like the song, so we don't know why we picked
Sure
that
you
team.
don't. We don't like the song. We just have the Bieber jersey underneath, and we named ourselves and the tattoo. Okay, but seriously, good job there. What do you think the key to your victory was early on? What do you think the biggest strategy advantage that you can make in this new touchdown game mode is?
Yeah, I think in this game, the fast units are really good. I mean, the Bandit, the Elite Barbarians, Bramham. I mean, we try to combine all these units to make a good push, either with the left line or the right. I mean, there is no a line, but
Yeah, there's kind of lanes anyway.
Yeah, so that's how we try to get the victory, and it worked.
Yeah, at the very end there, you guys swarmed them. There was nothing they could do at that point. So good job, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Team Four Eyes, you didn't quite manage to clinch the win there, but it is double elimination, so you've got a chance to move on from the lower bracket. Tell us a little bit about what you learned from this first match.
The Goblin Hut, Barbarian Hut, all the spawners are really good with all the swarm troops. Even if a skeleton makes it to the end zone, then you're done. So those huts are one of the best cards in the game, including the Golem, which they surprised us with at the end. We got a little scared. We had Sparky, we had Inferno Tower, we just threw everything at it.
Well, good game, guys, and you're not out of it yet. So definitely strategize, get back in there, and I have confidence. I have faith in you guys to pick up a big W in the next bracket round. All right, speaking of brackets, Woody, why don't you go ahead and let's take a look at the bracket here.
Absolutely. Let's get that bracket up on screen and see where our teams are now. Despacito moving on to that next round. Four Eyes goes down to the lower bracket. They'll be competing against the loser of Soccer Over Football versus Tryhard, whereas Despacito is going to go up against the winner of that match.
All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the next match. First up, we have Team Soccer Over Football. Take your podiums, please. And their opponents will be from Germany, Team Tryhard. All right, gentlemen, start drafting.
I am really looking forward to this Brazil-Germany matchup, Ash. What about you?
I know, we saw some very, very hot contests earlier on, yeah. And speaking of hot, it's hot up here, man. This crowd is electric right now. I'm feeling the energy in here.
I think there's flames coming out of the side of the arena,
There are
too.
indeed flames coming out. But yeah, speaking of flames, we saw that rocket at the very end. I don't know if that was a little BM there. I don't know. But
Oh, man, it was unnecessary. Got the win anyways, but hey.
I'll tell you one thing. At the end of these matches in the new game mode, you can actually have a conversation with your opponents.
Cool.
So this is something that we've never seen before, and instead of just having 6 emotes or whatever, now there's like 20 or 30. So you can,
cool.
They're like, you can't type, but they're preset options that you can say, hey, join my clan. Hey, my fault, bad match, or whatever like that. So there's all kinds of new emotes. It'll be interesting to see if they creep into the game in other ways as well.
Can I call my opponents a jerk if they send me too many emotes?
They didn't. I kind of did a little scan, and there didn't look like there could be that many BM options.
Well, let's check out this first game in the second matchup.
Yeah, we're getting into it here. They just got the draft down 10 seconds into the match here, starting out with a giant skeleton at the top and matched with a princess and a goblin hut on the bottom.
I believe that you are right, Ash. Is there some sneaky troop behind that giant skeleton? No, I can't quite see what it is, but it looks like it's
a lumberjack?
Level 1. It's a lumberjack.
All right.
And a bandit at the left side. Big ground-based push from Flake's Power and Bruno Playhard. The top team, soccer over football, making their way down the left side lane. Witch is going to be able to stop most of this, but look out for the skeleton army out the right. There's no splash damage from that musketeer. She can't handle all this.
Oh, the ice golem comes in just the nick of time, and you got to be very careful. When any troops get close to your end zone, there could always be, especially early on in these matches, there could be that freeze, that lightning like we saw before. Those spells really have more value the closer the troops get to the end zone, Woody.
Even a zap can get you into the end zone. You know, we've seen so many times where a mini P.E.K.K.A. can just get one more shot on the tower because of a zap. The same principle applies here. If they're close to that end part of the map, they ought to be able to get some damage in.
Absolutely, and here we go. You can see the battle ram kind of pushing this Royal Giant along in the right lane here.
There must be working pretty hard. That Royal Giant's a big fella, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Ooh,
It looks like
splash
battle ram's
damage
going
is
to go
working
down.
very well, though.
Yeah.
Fireball into that right side, but a wizard duo of that over there. Who have we got? Is that Harry Potter and Ron?
I don't know who it is, but they're doing an effective job here behind this giant. This giant has to be dealt with on the right side. Meanwhile, on the left side,
which is enough. Knight's gonna block on the left, but yeah, look, this giant's making it all the way to the tower.
He's gonna do it.
There we go.
There it is.
Flake's Power and Bruno Playhard get the touchdown.
And
Soccer over football starting off strong, but Team Tryhard has got to make a comeback here. They got 1:14 to do so.
Absolutely. In soccer over football, they did a really smart thing there is they supported that push behind the giant, but they also applied pressure on the other side of the arena, kind of distracting the opponents, keeping them guessing, so to speak, and also making them use some of their elixir to defend one side, while the other side, that giant, eventually was able to kind of lumber his way into the opponent's end zone, or into their end zone.
Right, even if you don't fully intend to actually get a troop across the line on that side, forcing your opponent to drop more elixir than you did is a great strategy to make sure that your primary attack can actually make it there.
Yeah, so right now, if you use it as an example, you can see the barbarians from the barbarian hut are getting dangerously close to that left end zone.
It is just obliterating that poor goblin hut. They're trying to throw those spears, but those beefy barbs are a little bit too much for them to handle.
I've noticed.
Wait, he's about to make it across. Look at the bottom left.
Oh,
a spear goblin hops out just in time.
Gosh.
Frosty the Snowman taking a few hits from this bandit out the right side. Looks like she'll be overwhelmed.
Look at this push on the left here, Woody. This is going to be trouble here. This is going to be trouble.
There's nothing to stop it.
That's it.
That's touchdown.
Touchdown.
Oh, that poor referee Goblin. He's inside a graveyard and a rage.
I
Things
know.
must be pretty weird for him right now.
I don't know if we're supposed to say touchdown or goal for soccer over football.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll go with touchdown.
Golazo, maybe. Wow, that's going to be it, guys. A 2-0 win in this first game for Soccer Over Football, defeating Team Tryhard. Ash, what can we expect in this second game?
That was intense. They did a really, really good job there, just applying the pressure, like we said, to both of the lanes. I think it comes down to drafting at this point and not using the fireballs early. They could have really used that fireball against those barbarians and spear goblins that ended up winning the game there. Instead, they ended up using it against the two barbarian huts, which in normal Clash Royale would have been great value. In this mode, there's something to be said for holding your really strong counters for defense because you don't have those towers to rely on.
Absolutely right.
What do you think here? What do you think as far as draft strategy goes? Because as we said, it's all a draft in this new game mode coming next update. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
But so what do you think about draft strategy? What would you do here?
I think it's really useful if you're able to talk with your teammate, especially if you're sitting right next to them, but you know, at least be able to communicate with them what sort of cards you're drafting, what your strategy overall is going to be, what kind of holes you might have in your defense that they may need to fill by picking a spell or some troop that can counter what you think might be coming at you, especially like if you give your opponent's minion horde, of course you would want to pick arrows later, right?
Of course, you'd think so.
Yeah.
But who knows in this game mode? Who knows, right? It's weird.
I think that certain spells are going to get a lot more value here too. Cards that can take out a push entirely, like Rocket or Lightning, just to wipe out units that are coming for you, are going to be very valuable. It might be a little awkward, though, if you throw a Fireball at a Musketeer and she manages to cross the finish line with just a little bit of health left.
Speaking of finish line, end zone here, the big push was kind of stymied here, using these defenses really well. But is a Goblin Gang and an Ice Wizard going to be able to stop this balloon?
No, it's still pretty healthy.
So.
It's getting close to the goal line.
Touchdown!
There it is! Touchdown!
Now, Woody, I have to say that during practice, Team Tryhard was a big fan of doing those monster pushes. And basically what their strategy is they make sure they don't pass the opponent any strong defense, such as the Inferno Tower, even, dare I say, Bomb Tower, which is actually good in this game mode. And what happens is their strategy is don't pass the opponent anything that can kind of distract or defend a monster push, and then really go all in, just like they did there.
Yeah. Oh, I like the Graveyard here, splitting up and forcing Chef Strobel and Trimax to play a little bit of defense in the center while they're trying to take out this big monster giant Lava Hound push out the right. I think the Tesla Tower is going to get the job done, though.
Yeah, the Hidden Tesla doing some good work there, and they're using an interesting strategy, putting their Tombstone inside the actual arena instead of on the outside here.
I think these guards are going to be able to stab it down there. They're pretty beefy, with those shields especially, presenting a big threat. Will the bowler be able to reach this princess? I think he's got it.
One thing you don't want to have happen in these matches that I've seen so far is to be down really early. So I like the idea of playing rather defensively early on, making sure you kind of have that awareness like you would a normal Clash Royale match of all the cards in your opponent's deck. And then once you know, then you go all in. I think it's a little bit dangerous to go all in early because those counter pushes can be lethal.
Ash, something I've noticed is that Chef Strobel and Trimax are really playing the outside lanes here, while Flake's Power is pretty happy to play left, right, middle, anywhere. Is that because you think that it's something about their deck that makes them need to do that?
Well, one thing that's definitely worth mentioning is that they're using the Expo defensively. Obviously, it can't be used offensively. The Expo, the mortar, can't do anything. But when you have an Expo or a mortar in the center of the arena on your side, it gives you a certain amount of flexibility. You don't have to worry about those skeletons. You don't have to worry about those goblins as long as it doesn't lock onto a tank first, right?
Right. So those long-range units, the Mortar, the Princess, the Expo, they're not going to get any damage on towers because there is no tower, but they can take a lot of units out. And there's a huge onslaught of units always coming at you in this 2v2 mode.
Yeah, and we see the Lava Hound here again. The Tesla actually doing a very good job defensively.
It's over though, man. 3 seconds left, and just Strobel Trimax are going to get the win in this game.
Absolutely, they did a smart thing there, and they just played defense after they had the 1-0 lead.
Very well done. Team Tryhard is going to tie things up. We are going to go to a best-of-3 tiebreaker.
Who do you got in this, Woody? This is a tough one. Both these teams are playing really well.
I love the reverse sweep, though. You know, whenever you lose the first game but still manage to come back and beat your opponents twice,
you know what I'm going to do?
It's a great story.
I'm going to try to calculate who has more subscribers combined, and I'm going to root for that team so they can get more people happy with gems. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, man.
No, but seriously, both of these players have been working together now for a couple days in this game mode, so they have a certain amount of synergy together.
Yeah.
I think that this could be anybody. I wouldn't be shocked if this one goes into sudden death, this third match here.
Huh. I think I need to calculate the team that has fewer subscribers, because then maybe the gems that they win will get them tied up.
I'll tell you the team that has the fewest. It's us. Oh. Yeah. That's why we're hosting. All right, so 15 seconds left in this draft here. I have noticed some interesting draft strategy, not in terms of card selection, but in terms of what order they're drafting. I noticed that some of these players actually draft the cards, one person drafting all 4 cards, and then the other person drafting all 4 cards. Seem to kind of build the deck a little bit more cohesively when you do it that way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, something else that I think one of our competitors said earlier was that if you make easy decisions first and kind of wait on more difficult decisions in terms of drafting, that might help too. So I might choose 3 cards and wait for you to try to pick your final one.
Yeah, you might
based
have
upon what I
arrows
get.
and rocket, and then you can say, okay, we need this. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Inferno Dragon coming in from Team Tryhard.
And you can see the log there was placed right at the center mark. And log, Goblin Barrel, Miner again, and Graveyard are the only cards that you can place in the center of the arena past your first white line.
Soccer over football going to stop this last attack with a Prince, but I don't think he's going to get very much done against that baby dragon. Soaking shots for that Mega Minion.
I gotta say, Expo seems like a very valuable card in this game mode. Even though obviously it can't be used offensively, it just kind of owns the center, dominates the center of the arena like that. It's almost like a control type archetype in this touchdown mode.
Definitely. You know, a lot of normal Clash Royale play, I'll say, with the arena towers.
Uh-oh, look at this, Fire Spirit.
Oh man, it's sneaking down the left side. Is it gonna make it? No!
Whoa!
Ooh,
Whoa!
Princess catches it.
I hope I didn't tip anybody
That's
off
gonna
there.
burn. Get some aloe vera for that poor princess. Oh, not quite quick enough. She's gonna go down to that second Fire Spirit.
So this could be trouble here.
Oh, it's definitely
for
trouble.
Tryhard. This could be a lot of trouble. They have the Golem. It's gonna split into Golemites. They have the Witch spawning those skeletons.
Oh no, Golemites are making it toward the right side. Fireball goes down,
There
and that's
it
gonna
is.
be touchdown for Soccer over football.
Well, we're still only halfway through this match, so it's still anybody's game here. But at this point, Team Tryhard, you know, they need to get something going.
To be able to turn it around, but it's difficult. Do you think double elixir time benefits either of these teams, one over the other?
It's tough to say. I think just like normal Clash Royale, this is one of the things that actually remains the same, I think, is that when you have a heavier deck, a more expensive deck, you probably have the advantage in double elixir time.
That's fair enough.
Just gotta make sure you keep track of everything like those two archers.
Yeah. Oh man, another card coming out from the top. Soccer over football's got the Three Musketeers.
And Three Musketeers, of course, not as valuable as they normally would be because they cannot be split in this game mode.
Oh, I see. They're all going down that right side lane.
Yeah, so they can be taken out. And but this is a big wave coming in, a big wave for Soccer over football.
Oh man, this Bandit's getting close, but she can't dash past the finish line.
Yeah,
can she?
Bandit you'd expect to be an absolute beast in this game mode, and she's certainly not terrible, but the thing is, she can't dash into the end zone. So as long as you place your troops in the actual arena, you're looking okay.
Dang, this Mini-Peck is having trouble.
Whoa,
oh,
Mini-Peck
barely takes out
stops
the
that
Musketeers. Look out for the skeletons.
Oh!
The Witch gets them across the finish line. Touchdown! Team Soccer over football.
All right, so Soccer over football with a 2-0 lead here. It's on, only 15 seconds. I don't think the Team Tryhard can mathematically even make a comeback at this point.
Oh man, I don't think so either, Ash. Well played to them, and they're sharing that sentiment with their opponents right now. Flex Power and Bruno Playhard with the 2-0 victory in this game.
There it is.
We'll take the match overall.
Absolutely, man.
A 2-1 match result. Very well done, guys.
So Soccer over football. Good job, guys. It came down to that third match. Did your strategy change at all going into that third and final match when all the pressure was on, Bruno?
It was really hard, man. Yeah. The Golem did a really good job against like Lava Hound and those troops. I just want to say that their team name is Tryhard. My channel name is Playhard. So that's a thing. Just a joke.
That's a good point. Hey, you definitely played hard there. As far as tanks, you mentioned the Golem. That was definitely your MVP there. What other? How would you kind of rank the tier of tanks so far in terms of? Would you rather have that beefy Golem? Do you like the Lava Hound because they didn't have to deal with all the pups?
Yeah.
What is your favorite tank?
Golem, my favorite by far,
Yeah.
and then Giant, and then put two tanks together, like Golem and Giant together, or Golem or
Lava
Hound, yeah.
Yeah, so the Golem, Lava Hound, they have to stop the pups and the Golem and the Golemites. It's a lot of
exactly.
firepower. Yeah, well, good job,
With some
guys.
spells, like perfect.
Yeah, we'll see you in the finals.
Thank you.
Team Tryhard, it was a closely fought match, but from the losers bracket, you're going to have to try harder if you want to make it to the grand finals. What did you learn that you think can improve your gameplay for the next matchup?
I think it was pretty unlucky. We had the counter for the Three Musketeers, a poison spell, but it wasn't on my starter hand, so that was quite unlucky. The Musketeers aren't so strong overall, but against the Lava Hound without a poison spell, they beat us.
Well, well done, guys. It was a close 2-1 match.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, guys. Let's give it up.
With that, guys, let's take a quick look at the bracket. Despacito and Soccer over Football will be up on top in the winners bracket. They're going to be going up against each other next to determine who will be going to that best-of-5 finals.
Absolutely. Then after that, it's going to be the big showdown between Four Eyes and Tryhard. The loser
The
will
do or
go
die
home.
matches.
The do or die matches. So stay tuned for that. But right now, it's time to introduce our next teams. On the blue side this time is going to be Team Soccer Over Football. Give it up! And on the red side is going to be Team Bieber Despacito. All right, gentlemen, start drafting.
We have got the 2 winning teams going up against each other.
Absolutely. That means the winner of this series of matches here moves on to the grand finals here. So this is going to be a big, big match. Who do you got here? Who do you got?
I'm trying to see what cards they're playing here. Which you
can
pick here,
just see
left
over
or
the
right?
guy's
Left or
thumb.
right?
You can just see over his thumb. It's very interesting. It looks like they're doing a lot of communication. You know, speaking of communication, in normal 2v2 mode, when you play, do you prefer to be on voice, or are you kind of one of those players who just takes it super casual?
I'll be completely honest, Ash. I usually just hit that quick play button and play with whoever's around.
Yeah.
But if I do wind up playing with someone that I know, I usually prefer to be in voice. You know, it's not always practical, but when it's possible, it's a lot easier to get the win when you're talking with your teammate.
Here's the thing, Woody. I felt the same way that you do. Like early on in 2v2, I thought that, you know, you need to be on voice to do well. But I think both of us have hosted, like on our channels, 2v2 tournaments. And surprisingly, a lot of teams who aren't on voice do really well. I think that there's ways that you can communicate inside the game, hopefully, to still give you, you know, kind of an even advantage, or an even playing field, I say.
Yeah. There's something to that.
I think the Furnace, by the way, the first card played here, is a really good card in this mode. Do you agree?
I definitely agree. Yeah, great at wiping out little swarms of troops coming in. It kind of does the same job that the tower usually does by finishing off whatever's coming at you, unless it's a ranged troop that's actually able to kill those fire spirits before they reach them. You'll see the bomber getting quite
see
a
our
few
first
hits there.
P.E.K.K.A. appearance here.
Wow, yeah, I haven't seen that before. I think that there's some cards that aren't necessarily in this game mode. Is that right, Ash?
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of cards that, right now, it's still the developer version. This isn't live yet. It will be live in October, hopefully. The cards that we don't see as of right now are the Mega Knight, the Cannon Cart, Hog Rider, Elixir Pump, and Bats. I think that's all the cards that we don't see in this game mode. So with that said...
I don't think Flying Machine's in there either. Maybe it just came out.
Yeah, I don't know. 50-50 on Flying Machine. But either way, we don't see Bats. They're fast-moving, hard to account for.
That Goblin at the right side, it's going to make it!
Wow!
Touchdown! Early for Team Soccer Over Football. Bruno Playhard and Flake's Power get that early stab out the right side, and they're going to be 1-0 up against Team Despacito.
Unbelievable. I missed that, Goblin. I was too busy blabbing about banned cards and minions and bats. I got to pay attention to the game.
What's very useful information to know for when we get to play it later, but Soccer Over Football with the 1-0 lead.
Here it comes. How do you feel about Royal Giant?
I don't really like Royal Giant in this format, to be completely honest. I think it's good for taking out those buildings, but you never know if your opponent's going to be playing more troops than buildings, and if he doesn't get a chance to shoot something, what is he? Just a big body walking across the arena.
Yeah, if you want a big body, you want a giant. You want a golem. You don't want something that's going to be stopped for any reason at all.
Ugh. Well, left side of the defense is looking pretty strong. Bruno Playhard and Flake's Power running Spear Goblins, Wizard, and Princess. They're all shooting that lava out, finally about to take it down. Look out for the Valkyrie out the right side.
So with the pups, just like the normal game mode, you have to be very, very careful.
Oh, the Valkyrie! Ooh. Oh, she turns around.
Wow.
No, Valkyrie, no, you're going the wrong way. Walk toward the goal line.
I was losing track of whose team she was on for a second there. Pulling a Forrest Gump going to the wrong end zone.
Run, Valkyrie, run! P.E.K.K.A. out the right side, about to get the chop off on that Executioner. Poor dude goes down. Nice Princess out the left, finishing off that bomb tower. It's a little bit useless when it's out of range.
Absolutely. So Princess obviously is not really a threat to actually score a touchdown, but she's still a really good card. She can snipe, basically has the range of the entire arena.
Ooh, that is very, very useful.
Look at the
three
balloon.
Muskies from Alvaro and Antrax. The hard counter, Fireball Zap takes them all out.
Chief Pat would be proud.
I'm sure he would.
So here we go. Royal Giant actually slowly but surely lumbering his way. Does not get there, unfortunately, but here comes the counter push.
Tears from Alvaro and Antrax. They can't get across the arena just quickly enough, and that is going to be a game win for Team Soccer Over Football.
It looks like it. So I don't think Soccer Over Football has lost a match yet.
I believe that you're right. Yeah, they got a 2-0 in their first match.
What do they know that the other teams don't know so far? Or is it just lucky drafting?
Oh, it's definitely not luck at this point. The consistency was amazing. But, you know, they did just drop that game right there. So it's not that way anymore. Oh, wait, no. Soccer over football.
They won.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm switched
Remember,
up now.
it's the Bruno play hard, Woody. Play hard, undefeated.
Gotcha, yep.
So
Wait,
yeah,
no, I thought that play hard got the 2-1 over the German team.
Woody, don't question me. Just go with it.
You're right, Dad, sorry.
They haven't lost a match, darn it. All right, so here we go into the draft again, going into this second match here. So, you know, I have faith here in Team Despacito. I think they have something coming here. You can just barely see their screens right now. I think it's important to have one building in these drafts, but not to overdo it at the same time. Because remember, buildings are great on defense, but they can't counterattack, right?
Right. I don't know. I don't think Bruno looked too happy about the draft choices he was getting there.
Hey, look at his expressions. I don't know.
Alvaro's studying the screen, trying to figure out what to do and what to make of this.
I like this. Both teams seem to be really strategizing this draft. We haven't seen this yet. You know, concerned looks on their faces, but we'll see who comes out victorious here.
Hey, man, it's no good if you're down one game. You got to get back in there fast. And this is a best of 3. Once again, until we get to the grand finals.
That will be best of 5.
Yeah, which will be best of 5.
So here we go, starting out with a Furnace Golem. Seems like a really strong combination. A great way to start out for team football, soccer over football.
One little Fire Spirit hops onto those goblins. Nice play there. Bruno play hard and flex power with the Baby Dragon Lumberjack. E-Wiz combo out the left side. That's going to be a pretty big push. Unfortunately for them, though, that Golem getting burnt up over on the right. Inferno Tower kills it.
Yep. And Alvaro and Anthrax did a really smart thing there.
Whoa! Lightning from Bruno Playhard. The Baby Dragon making it away.
Oh, wow.
Oh, can't quite reach it. That Musketeer's not going to be able to finish it off, though. That Baby Dragon is raged up.
That's it. Wow.
Man, you better ask Bruno and Flakes how to train your dragon, because they sure know how to do it.
And if you look at their decks right now, Woody, it's just, they had a lot of ground units right now. They have Goblins, they have Valkyrie, Giant, they have Bandit. Not a lot to target that Baby Dragon, especially with the rage from the Lumberjack.
Yeah, interesting to see those decks up there. You want to show us what Bruno Playhard and Flakes Power running?
Yeah, let's take a look here.
A little bit more ground-based, except for that Baby Dragon.
Tornado actually is a really...
We got this mini P.E.K.K.A.
Uh-oh.
Finishes off the Wizard, and
no.
it's going in for another kill. Takes out the Princess. Oh, stop just short, but the mini P.E.K.K.A. can...
The Giant, though. Is he going to cross? Oh, wow.
That was a double whammy, but they couldn't quite stop the Miner on the left. Team Despacito ties it up 1-1 against Soccer Over Football.
They score again, so it's 1-1 right now in this match.
The slow, sneaky push. They forced just enough elixir out of Soccer Over Football out on that right lane to prevent them from having anything to stop that.
I gotta say, these games fly by, do they not? I feel like they're fast. They're the same time as the normal Clash Royale match, but they just feel so much faster.
They're quick, they're chaotic, and they're tons of fun. I hardly ever know what I should be focusing on, though. I think if I were playing this game, I would want to watch one specific side, left or right, and try to let my teammate get the other side. Yeah.
That works in theory, but it's just so easy to miss something or to concentrate on one area of the map and then miss another area. When you have the Inferno Tower to lean on defensively, like Alvaro and Anthrax do, it's a really a big help, especially to stop that Golem, for example, that started out this match.
It's a nice job here by Bruno Playhard and Flakes Power, spreading out those range troops on the bottom. Didn't see the Executioner able to lock on to very many of them at a time. Dark Prince out the right side is going to be able to finish off that Archer, and the Wizard survives. It's a big push coming in from Soccer Over Football.
And all they have is arrows for spells, so they don't have nothing to target all these small HP units coming through.
Dang, and a big lightning for the blue team.
And it's going to be tough.
And there he goes, a Fire Spirit makes it across the line.
Wow. And you have to ask yourself at this point, if you're Alvaro and Anthrax, is there enough time? What is the minimum time to score a touchdown? It's got to be like 30 seconds, right?
I don't know, but they're running as quick as they can out the left lane. Balloon's getting frozen, though, and I think that's just going to be it. Fireball Tornado, an epic combo from Bruno Playhard and Flakes Power. There is no troop that can reach it across the goal line. That is going to be a 2-0 match win for the team in blue. Congratulations, guys.
Soccer Over Football.
Both returning to the red side of the arena.
So, Woody,
now.
last time I lied, they weren't moving on to the finals, the semifinals.
Yeah,
now
the
it's official. You're moving on to the finals, guys. How do you feel?
Good.
Really nice, good.
Good.
Yeah? What do you think the keys to your victory in that matchup was?
Golem again.
Golem again, right?
I really like Tornado with Fireball. We could make really good counters to their attacks.
Well, I noticed that your opponents didn't have many spells either, right? They only had arrows, and that kind of doomed them, especially when they had nothing to stop your big swarms of troops coming on their side of the arena. Do you think that was a pivotal role on your end, that you took advantage of the fact they didn't have the spells?
Yeah, they played well. Yeah, they played well. But I think we had more spells, the Tornado, Fireball, and Lightning, and Zap, so
And log.
the log, that helped.
Flake, was that part of your strategy going in to make sure that you had kind of diverse decks?
Yes, I always try to make a big push and use like a lightning in the end or a zap like I did.
Yeah, it seems like spells, and Despacito, you guys can probably back this up. You had a lack of, unfortunately, that last match, but it seems like spells are so much more valuable the closer you get to the end zone, right? Is that correct? Would you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, and I think in the last match, our problem was that we didn't have spells, just the arrows and the sap, so it was enough to stop their push. So, I mean, they played really well the draft.
Yeah, well, you also ran out of elixir toward the end there. It looks like you were fighting over on that right side of the map. A miner, of all things, was just able to creep in undetected.
Yeah, I mean, I just deployed the miner and tried to have like a squeezy troop to get, and it worked, so.
Well, the good news is you guys aren't out of it yet. So hopefully we'll see you still in the finals. There's still time left.
Hopefully.
They'll be going down to the bottom bracket, but they are going to face off against the winner of our next match. Ash, why don't we take a look at the teams that are going to be competing as we go forward here in our tournament?
Yes.
4 Eyes and Tryhard on the bottom side. The teams from Germany and the North America will be competing against each other next in the do or die match for the right to go up against Despacito.
Yeah, let's go ahead and welcome them to the podiums. Let's start off with 4 Eyes. Let's give it up for 4 Eyes, guys. But it won't be an easy ride for 4 Eyes. They're up against Team Tryhard. Let's hear it for Team Tryhard.
You know, Ash, I feel a spiritual connection to Team 4 Eyes with my...
Hey, if you guys need a sub, Woody's available.
Oh, no, please don't tell them that. I haven't gotten my practice in the way that these guys have.
This should be a really, really close match. I expect this one to be very narrow. Both these teams, I mean, all these teams are really good, Woody. I don't know if they're just all like strategy beasts or that they seem to have mastered this game mode already, this early on.
Yeah, but among these 4 teams, there can only be one master of the masters, the Grand Master, 200,000 gem champion.
Yeah,
will it be one of the guys on stage right now? You think they're going to be able to make the Cinderella story return from the bottom bracket?
I don't know. It's tough to say, man. It's tough to say. It's hard to, at this point, to go against or to root against or to vote against or anything against soccer over football because they're dominant so far.
Dominant, but
I did notice that both of these teams, when they were drafting, they were using that strategy that we mentioned earlier. Look, they both drafted kind of one player first and then the other player, especially Yarn and Eclipse over there.
Okay.
Let's see how they come out with, especially, let's take a look at these decks early on. Remind me, in case I forgot to show.
Uh-oh.
I want to see these decks. Starting out with the Furnace. The Furnace on the end zone like that, what do you think about that play?
I think it's a little bit more safe. If something's coming at your Furnace, it'll reach it a little bit sooner. Gives you some more time to take it out and defend your end zone there.
Yeah, when dropping troops in this new game mode, do you think that it's a good strategy, similar to dropping them behind a tower, to drop them at the end of the end zone? Or do you just use them reactively?
I think I'd be a little more reactively, except for these spawner buildings, which you just got to start off right at the very back there. You usually want to respond to what your opponents are throwing at you, try to counter them. That's a good strategy in normal Clash Royale and in this touchdown mode.
Absolutely, and that Royal Giant was actually a really good play there by OJ and Eclipse, basically stopping that push by soaking up all the damage, and now they have a nice little counter wave going
across
on.
the entire field.
The Dark Goblin and the Musketeer are going to need a little bit of support here, I think. The Skeleton's kind of creeping up on the left side from the Witch.
Dang, that Dark Goblin, OP. He just took out that whole wave. Had a little bit of tanking help from that Lava Hound there. But, oh no, he's going to take some damage from this Princess.
Here comes a big push of their own by Team Tryhard.
Balloon out the right. He was on the left. We got a Lava Hound creeping in the middle, but the Inferno Tower melts it.
Both of these teams are doing a really good job, Woody, of being patient and then defending and then going on the counterattack. Especially early on, you don't want to give up an early touchdown because you went too aggressive offensively.
No, absolutely not. Fire Spirit's hop out of that Furnace, and we're going to have a relative field reset here. Ash, I got to cheer for the blue team down on bottom. I love it when the little units hop up and down. Team 4 Eyes.
Team Tryhard.
A 0-0 draw right now.
We weren't supposed to play favorites, Woody.
Oh, I can't help it.
All right, here comes Bandit. Of course, Bandit cannot dash unless they play a troop. So if they were to play those Spear Goblins in the end zone, that would have been a recipe for disaster. Bandit would have dashed right into the end zone.
To the end zone, and that counts as a touchdown, right?
Absolutely.
Left
Doesn't
slide
matter
pitch.
if you have 1 HP left, if you're a 1 HP left
Skeleton's about to
skeleton.
make it.
And
Didn't quite cross the end zone. They were straddling that line.
So as far as these end zones go, you actually go by the troop's shadow, similarly as you would in the regular arena if you were trying to track like a goblin barrel or something like that.
If you're trying to throw a rocket at a balloon.
Absolutely. And the same thing with the touchdowns, right? So you want to keep track of the troops' shadows, especially if they're air units, much easier, but still like the pup, for example, right there. You have to be very careful of the Lava Hound especially, because once the Lava Hound dies, the pup could essentially spawn into the end zone if it's too close.
Right. Well, great value there for that executioner at the right side. He will survive.
Nice Ice Spirit to kind of
Battle Ram
protect
pushing
those
him
3
into
plus
danger.
tiers.
Whoa,
that's
big
good.
ol' rocket, 6 for 9 trade by Chef Strobel and Trimax up top. Taking out those 3 Musketeers.
Using
Aggressive
a little positive
poison
elixir
from
trade
Orchestra
against the great OJ.
Yeah.
So here we
Giving
go
a
into
little
sudden
bit
death.
of his own medicine.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is one of the closest matches we've had so far, Woody. It's 0-0 into sudden death overtime.
0-0. Great defense from these teams so far. We haven't managed to get a tower. Excuse me, a tower down.
There's no towers, Woody. There's no towers.
We haven't managed to get a tower down.
You know what? Technically, you are right there. There are no towers down.
Well, there's
so
an
far.
Inferno Tower there. Burns through the Lava Hound, and this Executioner once again being able to chop through that air push like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, this is a really great match here, Woody. But this is going to be tough to defend here for Team Tryhard. But look at this defensive wave they have right now. The Musketeer, the Dark Goblin in the center. They have the Ice Wizard and the E-Wiz and Bandit on the left. Really good defense by both of these teams here.
Beautiful formation. I feel bad for that
Look at
Dark
this
Goblin.
left-hand side.
Barely went down. But yeah, left-hand side's got a Lumberjack.
Oh, the giant skeleton.
I don't know. This Lumberjack might be able to run past the bomb, though. He's pretty quick, isn't he?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Nice pullback.
But now we have a balloon coming down the other side.
Yeah, can we stop this balloon?
Very nice. Oh, very nice defensive placement there with the Furnace and the Inferno Tower stopping that push on the right.
Oh, Rocket a little bit too late. Chef Strobel and Trimax just threw away 6 elixir.
This is a great match, Woody.
Very close, 0-0 draw. The first one across the end zone line is gonna get the win.
No towers.
Stop!
So here we go. Skeleton Army coming down the center. Should be no issue for this princess here.
Ooh,
Zap.
aggressive zap.
Yeah, I don't think they might have not needed it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Better safe than sorry sometimes.
Absolutely.
Helping this princess out, too. She gets to survive for a little bit longer.
Hey,
oh, no,
excuse
the
me?
bandit dashes under her. Going for the furnace. Gets a hit off.
Uh-oh, this could be it here. This is going to be very difficult to defend. 1 Lava Hound balloon,
Big
E-Wiz,
attack up
Dark
the right.
Goblin.
And they're forced to drop troops in the center to try to block that Ice
And
Wizard.
that's
It
gonna
was
be
just
it.
too much. That
And
push
there
out
it
the right's
is.
going to make it. Balloon crosses the end zone line. Team Tryhard for the win.
4-minute and 53-second match by far, our longest match so far. Wow, that was good.
Boy, that went on for a long time. Some of these games are sprints, but some of them feel more like marathons.
Absolutely, and you can see that both of the teams were kind of feeling out their opponents there. They were trying to, pace themselves early on. They don't want to give up that early touchdown, and it ended up being a 1-0 game, and I think that's a really good strategy to use. And then eventually Team Tryhard just ended up really just overpowering down that right side with the Lava Hound, the balloon, even with those defensive units, they just couldn't keep up with it.
I think that the thing about that last push, though, was the Ice Wizard out the left side, just forcing them to drop a witch on defense. That's a lot of elixir you got to throw away, and at that point, doesn't matter if you're able to get something to defend the right side. That balloon going straight for the end goal line got the win.
Absolutely, and it might not seem like it because it seems rather chaotic, I gotta admit.
Yeah.
But every single positive elixir trade that you can make during these matches, it really adds up, and that's what eventually gets the team like the Tryhard to have that momentum to finish off the match and overpower the Four Eyes, your teammates.
Yeah.
So here we go into match 2.
It looks like Four Eyes is starting off a little bit slower this game. They're playing a Barbarian Hut.
Barbarian Hut was the card that Eclipse mentioned is his new favorite card, I guess.
Yeah, and it gets a lot of work done. I haven't seen any elixir collectors, so there's kind of no way to build up for a big push. But you get a lot of value out of the Barbarian Hut, even if you're not sending a big wave in all at once.
Yeah, Elixir Collector is one of those cards that's banned from the mode, and it's for a good reason. I think Elixir Collectors would just kind of mess up the arena.
That's a really lucky push here from Four Eyes. I think that a lot of trades went in their favor. Maybe not luck. Maybe
Oh,
it's
the
totally
freeze, the freeze!
Nice freeze, but
the Lava Hound will be stopped over here. Like we said,
stop.
even if the unit is in the end zone, the troop will stop. But will the pups cross the line?
Oh, they're so
wow. Wow, that was close.
measuring tape, Ash. We gotta
you
make
can see
sure.
Trimax wiping off his hands. He can't believe it.
A little bit sweaty, but he'll hold on. Lumberjack out the right side making a play here, but I think he's going to get
Look at that
stopped.
Witch. It does
by
not
the
move
Witch
from the end zone there. Witch is definitely a really strong card in this game mode.
That's a dangerous play, though. As we said earlier, if you have a range troop behind the goal line, a melee troop will run right up to her and start chopping her down, and that's an opportunity to score for the attacker.
Well, 2 troops in a row that we saw. Uh-oh, the skeletons. Okay.
Oh, no. Royal Giant can't kill him, though.
No.
We need something to do.
This is going to be trouble here for Team
Nice
Four Eyes, I think.
tank and spank out the right, but yeah, that P.E.K.K.A. Giant Skelly combo. We
Ah,
really
but
needed
how the
something
tables
like
have
Mini in
turned.
order to take it down. Oh, man, this
Giant
is not going to be
Skeleton-
enough.
I know. Giant Skeleton's really good in this game mode as well because it can stop the counter push.
What
So
can
important.
Four Eyes possibly do right now? They're out of elixir. They're out of options.
Let's see their decks, Woody.
I think that there's just nothing there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good tombstone.
We're stalling,
If
but
they
I
can just
feel like
keep
the
kiting.
inevitable
Just keep
is
kiting.
about
No, they can do this.
to
They can
happen.
stop this.
Can
They can stop this.
Hold it up. Oh,
Come on, that's
man.
that P.E.K.K.A. Stop that P.E.K.K.A.
Oh,
Stop that
they
P.E.K.K.A.
couldn't do it.
No.
P.E.K.K.A. crosses the finish line.
Wow. All right, so
Team
40
Tryhard.
seconds left for Team Four Eyes to make a comeback here. They just need 1 touchdown, so they really have to go all out, and you can see they're starting off really aggressively with the Royal Giant and the Lava Hound. Are they going to be able to sneak something in the right lane here?
Putting it all over on that left side. We got a Lava Hound, Royal Giant
Nice
going down, though, not even
fireball,
able to
but-
lock onto that Goblin Hut. Nice lightning spell there. I think it's a little too late. It's a lot easier to play defense.
It is.
When you can play troops right on top of your attackers, you're able to wipe them out. Chef Strobel and Trimax for Team Tryhard getting the job done. Ooh, a last desperate freeze out the right side, trying to get something to connect, but there's no way to get through that P.E.K.K.A.
And that's going to be it. It looks like Team Tryhard's going to pull off this victory.
Preventing the 2-0, though, with that tombstone at the last second. A 1-0 victory in that game and a 2-0 match score overall. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations. So Team Tryhard, congratulations, guys. You're moving on to the semifinals, not the finals this time. How do you guys feel?
Under pressure.
Under pressure. How about that last match? I noticed a few times you try, Max, you were like, whoo! It got really close to your end zone, those troops. Do you have any strategy? I noticed that you were placing your spawner units in your end zone. Do you think that's a good strategy, or do you think you should put them on the actual arena, the green?
It's okay because the enemy troops won't cross the line when there's a spawner. But for example, the Lava Hound, when he pops off and they're the lava pups, this might be pretty tricky and was a close one.
Yeah.
And Chef Strobel, there were a lot of situations there where you were catching a troop at the very last second, throwing a spell out to try to take out a spawner or finish off the remaining defenders. Do you love playing by the seat of your pants like that, or was that just the best way to get the most elixir out of your cards?
Yeah, probably sometimes we talk much, and sometimes we miss one card, and then Triax says, oh, we have to kill that one and kill that one. Sometimes it's pretty close.
Yeah, speaking of talking and communication,
Yeah.
do you guys we can't hear what you're saying, unfortunately, from the booth, but are you like, okay, I got this, I got the right side.
Yeah.
Is that basically what you're trying to do?
Yeah,
Defend?
yeah.
And then when you go on offense, is it the same type of strategy? Is it, support me here, let's go all in.
Yeah, he got a
Awesome.
Lava Hound, then I say, just put down under the Lava Hound the Ice Golem, then the Ice Golem can go.
Awesome, well, it worked out for you guys there. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Team Four Eyes, you guys did great, but you ran up against those spawners again. They were your downfall in the first matchup, and it turned out they were difficult to deal with in the second matchup. Any new lessons from the second matchup?
Honestly, no. Both those matches were like really close, really intense. And out of all of the matches we played, I don't think we had a match that was like that long or that close in a while. So I think it was a good game. We tried our hardest, but we weren't number one.
Not this time, but you're going to be going home with 50,000 gems to split between the two of you and share with your fans out there. You got to be happy about that.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's a lot of gems.
Yeah.
All right, Woody, well, the tournament will continue on. Let's go ahead and take another look at the bracket here.
Sounds like a great idea. We've got 3 teams left. Soccer over football is already in the grand finals. They're waiting for their opponent.
Absolutely.
It's either going to be Despacito or Team Tryhard.
This is going to be another close match. I would expect another late round sudden death maybe again, Woody. We'll see. We'll see here.
Perhaps.
But let's go ahead and have the teams again take their podiums. Let's start off with Team Despacito. And just when you guys thought you'd get a rest, you thought wrong. Team Tryhard, take your podium. All right, do you think there's any sort of advantage, maybe a momentum advantage for Team Tryhard going back-to-back like this?
I think so, absolutely. You know, it's a little bit jarring to have to play a game and then hop right back into the arena. But when you get the win, you're feeling good. And I think that that can translate into confidence.
I think so too. I wouldn't be surprised if Tryhard actually took the win here.
Oh, not at all.
A little momentum going their way, and they finished really strong there.
Yeah, and even in the game, even in the match that they lost, excuse me, they actually had a 2-1 result. So it's been pretty close game so far. They've been playing very, very well. I think that they've got a great shot at beating the Grand.
Both of these teams have proven that they can definitely pull out some come from behind victories, some straight up dominant victories, and everything in between. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top here. So the draft, about 20 seconds left. Any final thoughts before we go into this match, Woody?
Oh man, I'm just taking a look at the cards.
You can't peek, man. You can't
I'm peeking. You can't stop me, Ash.
So let's get this straight here. So both of these teams have guaranteed 100,000 gems. Is that correct?
No, I think that the loser of this match
it's 50,000.
gets
correct.
the same, as
So the winner
Team
of this match is guaranteed 100,000 gems at least.
Yes,
to
the
share
team
with
as
their
a whole
subscribers.
will get at least second, maybe even first place though. They could come back.
Could be 200,000.
Oh wow!
What? That's crazy. A lot of happy subscribers here. So we'll have to see. Who are you guys in the stream rooting for? That's what I want to know. I want to know what stream. Are you hashtag Team Tryhard or hashtag Team Despacito? Let us know.
Well, just in case you've just joined us, we are looking here at the Touchdown Tournament, the new game format in Clash Royale, 2v2. You got to get your troops to the other side of the arena. There's no crowns, no river, no bridges to cross. You just got to get all the way in there. And a big fireball landed in for Chef Strobel and Trimax, taking out those.
Look at this, though. Look at this. The Golomite.
Oh, almost all the way.
That was dangerous.
Yeah, Bomb Tower at the very end stops some of that push.
Yeah, so this is a brand new game mode. It's coming the next update, and it's just one of the new game mode. Just one, Woody.
Really?
Yeah, just letting you know. A little teaser for you there. People getting excited in the stands. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. All right, so here we go. Boulder going to stop these. The Barbarians coming in on the right, but look at this. A Miner Battle Ram.
Added onto that push right at the center line. Miner can burrow all the way in there.
Battle Ram
needs to be stopped. Let's make it this way. Oh, the pre-fire arrows!
Wow. And what
he fired just after the minion horde came down.
Oh.
But that was a pretty good hit for Mantrax and
I
Alvaro.
gotta say, too, I think that Battle Ram is definitely the strongest card in this game mode in Touchdown. And, you know, part of the reason I say that is the Hog Rider is banned. The Hog Rider cannot be used, but the Battle Ram can. Battle Ram has a lot of the same attributes. It's the only charging unit in the game, the only targeting troop in the game that can actually be used. I think it's the best card by far in Touchdown. Do you agree? Disagree?
Best offensive card, I'd say yes. Best defensive card, I want to give it to Princess. Even though she doesn't get a whole lot of damage in, the ability to just finish off those little remaining troops
What about
is very
Mortar?
valuable.
You're not going to give Mortar any love?
No, I love the Mortar.
You're letting down everybody. All the Mortar lovers out there
But
are
the
crying right
Princess
now.
is legendary, Ash. Mortar's fine, but I love hitting towers with mortars. I don't think that it's quite as valuable, especially because it can't hit any air troops. Princess can do both.
Well, here we go, having a Golem again being stymied by this Bomb Tower. Bomb Tower.
Stymied again.
I love this. I love stymied. Bomb Tower is doing really well here. Bomb Tower with all that HP, I think, is going to be actually very good in this game mode.
I agree. Anything that does something very, very well is going to get a lot of value here. Whether you have a ton of hit points, a very long range, you swarm with a ton of troops, things that are specializing in kind of one win condition are going to be good. Generalist troops, good for just filling the empty slots in your deck. But I think that we've seen that really fast troops like the Battle Ram often are the ones that are getting the wins in.
Wait, how fast did the first 3 minutes fly by over here?
Fire Spear, top left, top left! The Fire Spear makes it through!
Wow.
Oh, man.
Only 9 seconds left. That's it.
I saw him creeping in on the top left. I'm like,
Fire Spirits.
Look out, look out.
And there it is. That is match number 1 for Team Tryhard. And they're still riding the momentum like we talked about, Woody, and that one Fire Spirit. That's why I said I like the Furnace in this game mode. I like it. I think it's like, it's sneaky and it's really good. I haven't noticed Fire Spirits. Have you? All by themselves?
I mean, not often crossing the goal line. That might be the first time that a Fire Spirit's done
I haven't even
it.
noticed like regular Fire Spirits though. Maybe they're banned as well.
Yeah. No, I think I saw them once or
Okay,
twice.
all right.
Yeah, they were taking down balloons.
Don't
earlier.
listen to Ash, guys. No, he has no idea what he's talking about, as usual.
60% of the time, he's right every time.
Absolutely, Woody. All right, so
This would be an easy pick for me. Yep, I agree with that one.
Yeah, me too. I'd always go Mega Knight over Hog.
I love the fact you picked 2 cards.
I did, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's very smart to go with the easy picks first and let your teammate kind of wait and see how your deck starts shaping up, and then let them construct their deck afterwards.
Yeah, this is gonna be, it's gonna be a crazy update. Like we know, there's more game modes than just this. We know there's quests coming. We don't know more details except for you can get chests, which is gonna be awesome. And obviously, I assume you can get chests from this game mode in terms of getting crown chests. We don't know if it's gonna be more than that or less or what. I don't know the details yet, but it's just gonna be a lot introduced to the game at the same time that ought to really please the whole community, I think, in a lot of good ways.
Good.
To help you farm up cards faster.
Yeah.
Level up your deck a little faster.
Yeah. Maybe get some new cards. I don't know.
Whoa, leak.
Well, possibly. I don't know. It's happened every other update so far. It passed his prologue.
I think in the Reddit AMA, the dev team did mention that we could be seeing a ghost card coming. So hopefully.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Just in time for Halloween, maybe.
I wonder how that card would work. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, Woody.
Oh, no, of course not.
So we got 2 spawners starting out for Team Despacito. We have the good fireball, though. We have the Barbarian Hunt and the Goblin Hunt at the top there. But look at this.
Great spread on these troops at
Absolutely. I tell you what, the Witch could be, the Witch and the Giant Skeleton are 2 other cards that could be up there in the runnings for most valuable cards in the new touchdown game mode.
Sneaky attack out the right. Balloon's making its way toward that end zone. Executioner and Princess set it to stop it. And look, Chispitas, we got a Sparky coming in.
That balloon, Oh, wow.
Stopped just in time.
And look at the bomb destroys part of that end zone over there.
Sparky on the bottom. Blows up from the bomb. Chef's Trouble and Trimax without any troops gonna have to stop this push somehow. That Mega Minion a little bit too slow. Wow, nice heal spell, but he was going to be able to take those barbs out anyways.
You know what I've noticed too, Woody, is anytime things get really tight to the end zone, there's no talking between the teams. They're just like pressing in, focused in the zone, and then when things kind of die down, it's kind of like waves, like lulls in this game mode. Then they communicate, okay, let's do this, you know? You can see Chef Strobel right now, he's like, no.
Even in commentating, I see big attacks coming in. They start to build up the big push.
Look at this.
There's a big flash and a counterattack.
Okay. All right.
And it dies down. Oh, the log misses that Spear Goblin out the left side.
Yep. Forced to play a Musketeer right in the center there to kind of take out that last Spear Goblin.
You know, poison works so well against the ranged troops that just sit there and start shooting at whatever they see.
Yeah, this is an interesting little push here for Team Tryhard in the middle. We have not seen a push like this in the middle of the arena yet. They do combo it with a balloon in the left, though.
Hecka, a great card for Team Tryhard, chopping through that Giant Skeleton. We're still at an 0-0 draw right now, with only 35 seconds left until overtime.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I love the placement of that Goblin Hut. You can see it fell prey to that balloon. I would have rather had it close to the goal line, I think, Woody.
Big old bomb blows up those minions, though. They are not going to present any threat whatsoever.
Yeah.
Musketeer and Mega Minion flying
aggressive
to the left
Spirit
side.
Goblin here, but could one of them... Okay, nope, they're all... You kind of have to relearn your aggro distance, you know, because it's not the same as the arena when... You know, you can kind of gauge the distance by the towers oftentimes, or...
It definitely doesn't feel the same. And you know what else I've noticed, Ash? A lot of times when you defend and go for the counterattack, you're able to get a Giant or a P.E.K.K.A. or a Golem right out in front of your troops at the bridge. It's a lot more difficult to do that this time because you can only play those troops on, like, the closest third of the arena map.
Absolutely, and here, they were able to stop that offensive push there, but check out this from Team Tryhard. They have a Dark Prince and a Balloon coming down the right lane, and they're going to go ahead and use a negative elixir trade on that Fireball for the minions to try to get that balloon off, but they can't. Now we have, we have a bunch of bats, Night Witch, and a lot coming in the left side.
Witch at the end zone line, getting poisoned. And we got an Ewiz at it on top, but he's not going to get too much done. Taken out by poison.
Some work. Good log there. Hey, better safe than sorry, especially in sudden death overtime.
Gotta agree with you there. Sparky down the right lane. He's gonna get a shot
Sparky
off.
Now, I've noticed something.
Takes a long time to recharge, though.
Absolutely.
I don't know if this Giant Skeleton's gonna be able to
Good P.E.K.K.A. there, good P.E.K.K.A. And meanwhile, the Musketeer's gonna take care of those Barbarians. I think, on the left, I could stand corrected. Nope, they're gonna need more.
Oh, Sparky survives the bomb, though. That's real nice.
Yep.
For Team Tryhard. Spreading out their troops
I gotta say,
over the arena.
Team Tryhard seems to be getting a lot better with their placement as this tournament has progressed. They haven't let anything sneak through.
And I think it's an intentional decision here by the players to play these Giants, Lava Hounds, troops that are offensive going straight toward the goal line at the edges of the arena, and often playing the ranged troops a little bit closer to the center. Not always. You see that Executioner at the far left right now making his way toward the goal line, but the ranged troops in the center usually have a bigger total radius of things that they can hit. Nice fireball there on defense. Wipes out the minion horde, but
and it seems at this point there's a lot of pressure on Team Tryhard here. A lot of pressure. Is this switch going to go down?
Archers, I don't think
the
they're
Giant Skeleton!
Giant Skeleton with a few hit points left.
Oh my word.
Woo.
Oh, the heel comes down.
We got Spear Gobbies at the right.
The bats!
The bats cross for the touchdown.
Wow. Woo. What an intense match there, Woody.
Not since that earlier game with Team 4 Eyes have we seen it go that late into overtime.
And I got to give it to Team Tryhard there at the end. They had a last stand that lasted like 2 minutes there. It felt like the pressure was just too much eventually, though, getting into the double elixir time.
What a result, though. We have got this do or die best of 3 matchup going into a tiebreaker.
This is going to be a good one. I would not be surprised if this goes into overtime as well.
Oh, absolutely not.
Both these teams seem to be in the zone right now, you know?
With excellent defense from both of them, too. Unless one team just gets an absolutely overwhelming build setup with big old tanks and lots of range damage, it seems like there's a pretty good tit-for-tat. Attack, counterattack, defend,
family-friendly stream, Woody.
What's that?
Nothing. So you can see both of the teams are strategizing here. I like it. They are deep in thought. Look at Anthrax right now. He's just like, oh gosh, he is in the zone here.
Focus.
I just want to pause for a second and kind of see if we can eavesdrop a little bit on the players.
Oh yeah. Can we over here?
All right, 3 seconds left. It's go time.
Do you speak German, Ash? Do you speak Spanish?
Yes.
Both. Nice.
No big deal.
A
So
man
here we
of
go.
many talents.
It is fight time, says the referee Goblin.
Ash.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
You're not burned out in this, are you?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, you're so ashy. I feel like your flame.
Cringe. Cringe, Woody. It's all good, Woody. We love you. We love you because we cringe with you.
Thanks for looking out, Ash.
No problem, sweetie.
Hey, get that hand out of here.
Woody, eyes on the arena, Woody.
What do you think I'm looking at?
I don't know.
I don't know where your hands are wandering toward Ash. Whoa, Ash!
Woody, pay attention, please. Jeez.
Oh, it's hard when you're distracting me like that. Musketeer and an Ice Wizard out the left lane. We got a Wizard in the back to finally finish off these skeletons, but that's a big push going in over the right, and good defense from Alvaro and Anthrax on the top left. Bomb tower coming in, but it can't hit that Inferno Dragon. Ooh, Wizard's gonna get the job done, though. Nicely done. They're looking out for each other on defense with their Ash.
Very, very good defense here from Team Tryhard. Again, they're gonna lure in the Dark Prince and the guards into this kind of sweet spot where they have this control area in the center of their side of the arena, protecting that end zone.
Buildings. Plenty. Chef Strobel and Trimax.
It is weird how there's no lanes, but yet there is lanes.
Yeah.
Right? There's still a center, there's a left and the right, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Feels kind of like there's 3. You know, we had talked for a little while about maybe what would it be like if there were no river at all, or if there were 3 lanes. I think that this is a great way to show off a game mode where you don't have to worry about those choke points where the melee troops all can have to walk through. And
absolutely, no, it's a good point, Woody. And I think Baby Dragon is sneaky in this game. I don't want to say anything, but
lots of splash damage.
Oh my gosh!
And there might not be anything to stop it.
Let's look at their decks here. Alvaro and Anthrax. What do they have? They have a few air targeting units, but not a ton.
Yeah, we got
Witch
Dark
Princess,
Goblin, Inferno
Dark
Dragon,
Goblin.
Archer, Spirit. There's actually quite a bit of anti in that deck, Ash.
Well, okay, let's look at the other team. Maybe I can be proven
Lava
right
Hound
somewhere.
is hard to stop, though, unless you got something big and heavy like an Inferno Tower to burn it up.
Indeed, but you know, to that point though, Woody, you do have to make sure you don't use your air units on offense when you might need them on defense. You know, it's really important to keep track of your rotation in this game mode.
That's absolutely correct, Ash. You know, nice defense here, getting that Royal Giant to soak a few hits for the Ice Wizard. He will go down eventually, though. And I don't think the Bandit's going to get the job done either on defense.
Forced to use the Executioner to stop that Miner. Meanwhile, here
huge
comes
push coming in from Despacito. It's a 0-0 draw right now with only 23 seconds left. But I think that the momentum has been building up for the Spanish team. The Spanish and Mexican player out the left, getting the balloon to go in, but not quite making it there.
Would you see that mortar placement right there? That's the perfect placement as... That's the perfect placement, though, if you want to make sure you distract a unit coming down hugging that side.
Yes.
You really need to get that exact tile down, and it looks like Team Tryhard at this point has it nailed. Same thing with the bomb tower. That bomb tower where it is pretty much going to be distracting anything coming down that right lane.
And they'll have another building as well to help out with the balloon that's flying on in. Mortar will take out those archers, but look out for this giant. He's about to pulverize this tower.
I was going to say, I'm a little worried here for Team Tryhard, the balloon, the giant, and the barbarians.
Balloon gets frozen by the ice cube, but is that enough?
Close.
Giant, balloon, and barbarians all making it in. Giant gets the touchdown. Team Despacito.
It's the winners.
For the slow push.
Oh! And he dabs on the shoulders. Was that a piggyback dab?
I think it was. And it looks like Alvaro just turned into an Anthrax rider. We don't have any Hog Riders in this game, but...
I think so. That was the piggyback dab by a Team Despacito. Guys, you seem pumped. What do you think about that touchdown celebration? Was that pre-planned or spur of the moment?
It was spontaneous. I mean, we didn't believe that we won. I mean, yeah, I had to look at the scoreboard.
Doctor, please, for my back.
Oh, you okay? You okay? We need a doctor. No, I'm joking. All right, so guys, that was incredible. That a great comeback there. Give us some insight. What was going through your mind there? You seemed a little worried at first. What do you attribute that big comeback to?
I don't know, man. I mean, it was so intense, all the matches. I mean, every troop counted. So we were talking each other, I'm going to deploy this, I'm going to deploy this. So, I mean, it was so intense, and I didn't realize about the time.
Well, guess what? Good news for you, you're moving on. Better news for your subscribers. They just guaranteed themselves 100,000 or 50,000 each, 50,000 gems. That's a lot of gems. So, congrats, guys.
Team Tryhard, you guys fought hard, and it's heartbreaking that both of your losses were 2-1. Always so close and working to get that win till the bitter end. You're going to be able to go home with 50,000 gems to split for your community, though. What are your final thoughts on the tournament?
Yeah, our opponents got the spawners, and in the overtime, the spawners are so hard to counter because there are all the time barbarians, spear goblins, and after a while, we don't got any troops to put down. And then it's too much. It's just spamming troops.
Trimax?
Yeah, the same. They played very well. And the late game, the spawner was pretty strong. We had luck that we had a P.E.K.K.A., but they haven't even got a tank. So this was useless against the spawners, yeah.
Trimax and Chef Strobel, you guys were an awesome team. Congratulations on your placement. But you have been eliminated, and there's only 2 teams left now, Ash.
That can only mean one thing, Woody. We are there.
Ooh.
We're at the finals.
What?
We've
made it?
Absolutely. We are moving on to the finals. Let's take a final look at the bracket.
A final look. Ash, please.
See what I did there? See what I did?
Please, help us.
We have Despacito going up against Soccer over Football. Whew, this is going to be an intense final match. Let's go ahead and welcome Team Despacito to the podium! And their teammates for this final match for 200,000 gems is Team Football Over Soccer, AKA Soccer Over Football. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right, Woody.
Oh, you can't say it. You can't bring yourself to say it, Ash, can you?
I can't bring myself to say it. It's a touchdown, not a goal, here today. All right, guys, go ahead and enter into your match.
Oh, Ash, I feel so much better knowing that we've got a Goblin referee watching over the games here today.
Me too.
He's keeping the rules.
You see him down there?
Yeah, I did see him down there.
I wasn't supposed to say this, but
What?
You pulled off his legs before we started the stream.
No.
Yeah, you did.
I would never.
Yeah. Woody, you can't trust you with anything, man.
I'm buddies with the Goblin.
You picked him up. You tried pretending he was some sort of a dummy, a mannequin, and his legs fell off, his
rude,
teeth
Ash.
fell off, his buttons. Anyway.
His legs only fell off because you rolled a log underneath him earlier.
Whatever, Woody.
Well,
All right.
this game is
Here
about
we
to
go
get
into the
underway,
game,
Ash.
man.
If you could check out the draft choices here. Do you agree
Okay.
with that one? You think left or right?
I think I would have gone right there.
Oh, I like the left one. You know, if one little dude manages to cross the end line,
There's a lot at
know
stake.
who's right.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake here, so I'm not gonna tip my hand to what the cards were. Maybe I'll tell
Okay.
after the match. Maybe I'll tell
All
after
right.
the match.
Being so very neutral, I appreciate that.
Would you go with a spell over a, let's say, a spell or a
A spell or a spell?
a
Ash,
spell or a
that's
siege?
a great question.
Spell or siege?
Spell or siege? Well, it really depends.
Lightning or expo?
I think that the spells, well, specifically lightning or expo. I'll
Yeah.
take lightning
Okay.
in that situation. I think that
I might take expo.
you might. Oh,
I might. All right, but we're in the match.
be my guest, Ash. I think that the spells are reliable, easy, guaranteed damage, whereas.
Well, we're gonna see the expo
setups-
right here.
Yeah, might not.
Hopefully
get the job
proving you
done.
wrong.
Well, perhaps. Only time will tell. Prince is a pretty good counter to Expo, but he doesn't manage to reach it there. Knight to defend.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Keeps him
start
up.
cheering here for Team Despacito because
What happened to remaining impartial, Ash?
well, you know, it doesn't feel right to me that soccer should be over football in what is closer to a football match here.
Oh, man. A partisan to the end. Ash.
But to be honest, both of these guys, all four of these guys have played excellent matches. It's hard to root for anybody. Just
Oh,
the team names alone.
sure.
Team names alone.
I think I have to root for Despacito then, as well.
Oh yeah?
Just because
Because you love the
of the
song.
song. You know I love the song.
I know you do. All right, Elite
Sing it every chance
Barbarians
I get.
against this battle ram. The Elite Barbarians are
Those
gonna.
helmets they have on.
Elite Barbarians with the helmets. It will be interesting to see if the Clash Royale team adds any more special costumes or anything like that going forward.
Do you have any ideas for different changes that they can make?
I think putting a big, huge helmet on a big, huge helmet on what? What would be funny?
I don't know. I want to see goalposts on the Goblin Hut.
You know what'd be
the
cool?
little horns that stick up? I want those to
It
be
would be
goalposts.
really cool if in overtime there was a field goal and you had to shoot an ice spirit.
Oh.
Shoot an ice spirit through a field goal.
Try
for
to
the
get
win.
it in.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. And then
Gotta
like
have good aim.
two Royal Giants are holding the end posts. All right, anyway, serious note here. We have the Golem on the bottom coming into the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A. obviously still going to hard counter that Golem.
That's right. I think Team Despacito has got a really good deck to face off against what soccer football is throwing at him. Look, even the P.E.K.K.A. distracted away from that Golem is going to one-shot these poor barbarians.
Yeah, and if we look at the deck so far, I'll flash them on the screen just quickly here. You can see that the football over soccer crew, they do have the Golem, but there's a lot of counters in Despacito's deck for it. It was the P.E.K.K.A. being front and center.
Dang, you're absolutely right about this Expo getting value, though. I don't even know if I've seen a lightning spell a single time in this game so far.
No,
Holding off
lightning
these
has come
pushes.
through clutch towards the end.
But you know what? Team Soccer over Football hasn't managed to get a touchdown yet. These teams have both been playing very defensively.
Well, soccer over football is going to be coming on really strong here. I do think, like I said, the Battle Ram is the best card in touchdown mode.
Okay.
I think that a close second might very well be the either the Lava Hound, maybe a toss-up between
Lava Hound
Hound.
is real healthy. Nice poison spell from Team Soccer over Football, clipping both of those spawners and the Witch. Ooh, heal spell coming on in. That might get her second wind. Try to keep her in the game, but there's nothing for these guys to hit the Lava Hound up
Lava
top.
Hound, Giant Skeleton, Elite Barbarians, all of those cards really strong. We are in sudden death, and nobody has scored a touchdown thus far, Woody.
I really think that Bruno, Playhard, and Flake's Power are going to be able to build up that big push, though. They're moving hard on
Look
this
at this
left
Expo.
side.
Just like doing work. Anything that even comes
It's
near
just
it.
kind of sitting there
No,
right now,
it just
though.
killed a bunch of troops, Woody.
Oh, all right, if you say so. But this left side push is being
Elite
chopped
Barbs,
apart.
Elite Barbs alert.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Sneaking
All right.
back the right side.
Did they use too much elixir? Did
Whoa.
they use too much elixir on the right?
Miner's not gonna get the job done. Arrows in the back.
That's
Catch
gonna be
those
it.
cards, and the Elite Barbarians make the touchdown. The very first game in this best of 5 goes to Team Soccer over Football.
And it looks there like Team Despacito maybe overcommitted a little bit on that defense there, and then the Elite Barbarians a little bit early too with that spell. I forget what spell did they use? Arrows. A little early with the arrows there, and the guards ended up being mitigated, and boom. Next thing you know, Elite Barbarians running through with the helmets.
I meant the arrows on offense right there. I think we're talking about a different exchange.
Either way,
Yeah.
the Elite Barbarians got to the end zone.
Oh my God!
That's all that matters.
You know what? And they're kind of known as being somewhat underpowered cards in standard game, but they just run so fast, hit so
the thing.
hard.
The speed of the Elite Barbarians is what really gives them the power in this game mode. I gotta wonder if they'll be as hated and despised as they are on ladder in the new touchdown mode.
Well, one thing's for certain. I think that the Royal Giant will not be the monster that we
I don't think
have
so.
come to expect him to be.
I think Royal Giant, people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I think Royal Giant gets a bad rap.
I hate you for saying that.
I know you do, but I think he does. I'm standing by my point.
Okay. You think it's actually a really good card?
I think he's a bad card. I think he needs to be buffed, but the whole ladder thing is where you run into that iffy situation, you know? But you know, that's neither here nor there, but you know. Anyway, going into the end of this draft here, what do you think these players need to be focusing on here in the second match? A really important match, especially for Team Despacito.
Focus on picking cards. I think that they ran out of time at the end there. You only get 1 minute, and there's only 4 cards to pick.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they got to focus on getting the win, Ash. I don't know what else to say until we see what the decks look like here. Big, heavy beatdown decks perform well playing in one single big line of attack.
Let me ask you this, Woody. Normally, you know, it's okay playing a tank into a tank. What do you think about this game mode?
I think it really depends upon the support troops that you have behind the tank in this game mode. If you have that anti-air, it's absolutely fine. Being able to go right up against a Lava Hound, for instance. But if you don't have the counter to take care of the other support troops, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
What's happening right here, though, Ash?
Well, the Poison did a good job. Basically, both teams doing really good on defense. Now they're kind of meeting up with the support troops again.
Nice free spell there by Alvaro and Antrax. Almost made it into that left side. But they don't have too much further to go.
Stop, yeah, they need to stop that Musketeer and the Mega Minion, though. They have to be answered still. Meanwhile, they
might not be enough. A pre-fire rocket!
What?
Team Despacito!
Oh, wow, that was a prediction rocket here, but I think they might be too low in elixir to stop this.
Can they stop it? Musketeer out the left!
Oh!
Nothing to counter her!
Wow.
Team Despacito gets a crown.
So we are 1-1 inside this match right here. We have
no, we're 1-0 right now.
1-0.
Despacito's got a crown.
I stand corrected. So 1 minute and 42 seconds here, still plenty of time. And another thing I was wanted to ask you, Woody, to talk about a little bit here is, obviously, with towers on the arena, you have the advantage playing defense. Do you think there's any advantage to playing anywhere on the arena here, or is it all the same?
Ooh, you know, I think that it's preferable to play melee units toward the outside because they reduce the exposure that they have to oncoming ranged attackers. Ranged attackers perform pretty well in the center of the arena because they get their full range of targeting to be able to take down the troops that are coming at them.
So, but do you think it's better to kind of play defense first and then go on the counter push like it would normally be? Or do you think there's something to be said for going aggressive early on here?
Well, you know, I've been told before that the best defense is a good offense.
Okay.
But most of the time, it seems when you're ahead, why rush it? A lot of times, even in standard Clash Royale, you'll see players just sit there waiting for their opponent to throw something at them. You've got a 1-0 lead. That seems like a good strat to me.
Absolutely. And here we go. The Battle Ram stopped by the Mini P.E.K.K.A and the Musketeer. Good combination there.
Looks like we're moving over to the right side of the arena now. We've kind of steadily moved that way from the left at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, we do have to worry about this Lava Hound coming in the left, but hey, 3 Musketeers would be a great answer.
That is absolutely correct. Shooting that poor Lava Hound out of the sky.
I'm looking. Keep in mind, they do have a rocket.
On these lava pups now.
There
Whoa!
it is. Yep.
Rocket onto the left side takes out all of those muskies.
Yep, so I'm showing the decks right now, and you can see that both teams have pretty, considering it's a draft, have pretty balanced decks here. So I wouldn't be surprised, as I said, wouldn't be surprised to see this one going into overtime, and of course, it's already there.
Well, it's going to be a 1-0 win, actually, for Team Despacito.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. It's easy to lose track of these matches. They happen so fast, but Despacito picks up the win there.
3-minute friends forever, they say, right?
That's what they say, I guess.
1-1 draw now in this best of 5, and finally we see our Brazilian players starting to bleed. They made a run toward the top in the winner's bracket, but now they've dropped a game.
I know, this is gonna be, it's very difficult to handicap this match here. I don't even know who comes out victorious at this point. I just know that there's so much to pay attention to. I think you have to favor the team that has the best overall kind of court awareness, if you will. You know, keeping your eyes on every part of the arena at the same time. That's a skill that I don't have yet, because when we were practicing earlier, it's way easier said than done to just pay attention to everything. You're used to everything being kind of confined into 2 lanes. That's it. That's all you have to worry about. When you open up the entire arena, it's a whole new ball game.
Well, I'd say 4 eyes are better than 2, but I think that was disproven earlier today. You got 2 guys on your team. You better be watching that whole field. And they're working hard right now to try to make the correct picks.
Yeah, Bruno and Flakes, up until this point, certainly asserting dominance on their opponents here. Here's a little tag phrase for you. But hey, Alvaro and Antrax might have beat their match. We'll see. So So here comes another defensive expo. I like that play. I like the defensive play to start out here. You're able to recoup a little bit of elixir and still kind of control your side of the arena.
I don't know how I feel about that, though.
Oh,
It's
I like
just
it.
sitting there doing nothing. It's not shooting anything. It's losing value.
We'll
Yeah,
see,
use
though.
it or lose it, Expo. Let's
It's going to
go.
do some work. It's going to do some work.
Okay. Can't shoot the Lava Hound, though.
It's shooting the bandit underneath it. Or is it an Ewiz?
That is the bandit, I believe. Yeah, Iwi on defense from Team Soccer for football. Whoa! Massive lightning strike from Despacito, and that Lava Hound is getting awfully close, but
Not
I
enough
think
to kill that
defense is going to be
executioner.
enough.
Look at the skeletons, though. Oh,
sneaky.
Ooh, nice zap.
For one
nice
zap. I know, it's expensive, though.
And it's hard not to notice that tombstone providing so much value, that steady stream of skeletons. Every one of those skeletons have to be answered.
That Dark Goblin's got a lot of answers,
Oh, we
Phil.
got a
Look at
sneaky
him.
move on the right here.
Pop, pop, taking him down.
Yep. And Witch doing a good job, basically taking care of that Dark Goblin easily. The Log's gonna take out the Witch, though. Here we go with a Wizard Balloon combination.
A skeleton snuck through the lines!
Did I call it? Did I call it?
Wow, what a read, Ash. Nicely done. We've got a 1-0 lead for Despacito.
It's funny, I just said that you gotta watch out for those tombstones, sneaky skeletons, and what happened? I didn't even notice until the very end.
What happened to that valuable Expo we saw earlier?
And that Expo was doing very
Got
well, Woody.
shut
Thank you very
down.
much.
Why is that Expo on the far right side this time?
That's an interesting strategy. So it looks like they're using the Expo to the far right to kind of control that side of the arena.
Perhaps.
Interesting strategy here.
It's a clear landing stretch if they manage to get an attack over there, but it's not getting a whole lot of value. Finally, it's going to lock onto some
Yeah,
skeletons.
it's an interesting strategy. We haven't seen a defensive unit.
Whoa, it got 3 lightning strikes onto the
Oh
blue side.
my.
How can Team Despacito
It's
be
gonna be
stopped?
tough. It's gonna
The
cross.
Lava Hound pops it, that's it!
Wow.
A 2-0 lead for Team Despacito, and we're not even in double elixir time yet,
It's
Ash.
crazy. That we have not seen, I don't think we've seen a 2-0 lead going into double elixir time yet so far today. Whew. Wow, Despacito has something going on here. Let's take a look at their decks, Woody.
Yeah, let's go for it.
That lightning's given them so much value early on. If we look at Bruno and Flake's decks here, you can see the Executioner, the Ewiz, the Archers, the Dark Goblin, all those things have been taken out in this match by that lightning.
Look at that split from the Fire Spirits. One crawling in over on the left side, forces out a 3 elixir counter. Inferno Tower burns up the golems, but it's a lot of troops out the right to continue this
Wow,
push.
look at this swarm. Do they have anything that can stop a swarm? It doesn't really look
Dang,
like
there's
it.
no arrows, no fireball, no poison, nothing in that deck.
Well, we have that Ice Wizard kind of hanging out on the...
Now, Witch gets a lot of splash damage too. I don't know if Spirit God's gonna have to
This
stop
could be
it, though.
trouble here. This
Oh
could be
man,
trouble.
look at this swarm! Right side attack, finishing off the Muskie and the Wizard.
Uh-oh.
Left side attack,
Uh-oh.
straight it into the Tombstone. That can't stop
and a
this
little
push.
BM.
Blue gets a touchdown.
Oh. I'll tell you what. We're going into round 4 here, but it's not going to be enough time, Woody, with only 12 seconds left. It looks like Despacito's going to pull off this win here.
They'll do it. That battle ram runs fast, but it got met by an Inferno Tower lightning, all sorts of stuff, taking out that big right side push.
Yep.
And it's going to be a win for Despacito. They pull ahead 2-1
Wow.
in this match.
Yep. So Despacito now does have the 2-1 overall advantage here. So if they win here, Woody, it's over. That's all
It'll
she
be
wrote.
all over. We will have a champion. 200,000 gems for the winning team. But it's a best of 5. Remember, we've got a little bit of time left to see
Oh, yeah,
if Team
it's-
Soccer Over Football can turn it around.
If anybody can pull this off, it's soccer over football, I think.
Totally agree. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, so we're going to take a look. I think that, you know what, I owe you an apology, Woody.
Oh. What's
That Expo.
Oh.
I think that I was silly on that Expo
You're
decision.
taking it back, huh?
I'm taking it back.
Well, I think
I'm taking them all back.
Whoa.
No, that's wrong.
What do you do? No.
Goonies. That's all right.
Oh, man.
Watch it. It's a good movie.
Wow, Grandpa. Yeah, so Expo in the center there worked pretty well. I'll agree with you on that. That right side Expo.
The right side
though,
Expo made me look bad. Made me look
yeah,
bad.
wasn't really hitting a whole lot of stuff.
I
think-
saw the thought process, though. They were kind of
Yeah.
maybe trying to control that right side and kind of leave it alone.
Okay.
And then focus on the left and go really hard, but it just didn't work out at all.
Yeah, couldn't pull it off.
The thing is, when you devote that much elixir to controlling one side, it puts you at a disadvantage on the other side. They get overpowered. Boom. Yep.
Ash,
Touchdown.
I'm feeling a pang of guilt, man. I'm sorry for calling you Grandpa earlier.
It's okay, man.
You're repping a classic,
Hey,
The Goonies.
Just see if you host any other Supercell event ever again. All right, let's go into this next match here,
What can I
guys.
do to make it up, Ash? Please.
All right, so starting off with the Golem, we see the starting Golem as one of the go-to plays here with these teams, and it's a great starting move. It's something that you never see in normal Clash Royale.
No.
But in this mode, starting with a tank, not a bad idea.
In 2v2, it's fine, because you know what? If they come at you hard on one other side, you got
can
your
deal with it.
partner.
Yeah.
He's got your back.
But look at this mortar.
Oh,
Not
it's
doing a
missing.
good job at all against the fast units.
Firing blanks at the Goblin gang. Ooh, but Pekka to block this Golem at the right side. I think that Team Despacito has got a really good deck set up here.
Yeah, just another reminder for the folks at home, if they're just tuning in here at the finals, is that the log, you can actually drop the log all the way up until the halfway point in the arena.
You attack out the left. Skeletons to pull in that bandit.
Same thing with Goblin Barrel, by the way.
Catch. Oh yeah, Goblin Barrel and Graveyard.
Yep. So
they all be played.
Oh, the bomb tower! I was like, what is going to come down here?
Super close to the goal line.
It's the bomb tower bomber combo there. It works out. 2 cards that you don't see a lot of action
Bombs
in normal.
flying. So are the minions.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got pretty much a stalemate here, about halfway through regulation almost.
Red team zaps those minions. They might have been able to break through that Tesla, but that might have just been too elixir dumb for them.
Yeah, that's one of those things you got to be careful of, as we've seen that come back to haunt other teams throughout this tournament here. The Ice Bear.
Oh, look, sneaky.
Oh.
Lumberjack catches it.
I tell you, you get a little.
Man, if they put EKG monitors on us,
I know,
I
you get
would
a little
be
heart palpitation there when the Ice Bear is running down the lane unchecked.
Almost makes it there. It's a scary time when they're right next to it.
That golem,
getting close.
That's
Is there a bomb tower? Is there a bomb tower? No, there's not. Touchdown! Soccer over football.
Now that is really interesting.
Fighting back
here
against
because
the odds.
They have the Tesla and the bomb tower. They must have either not had enough elixir or they must have been out of rotation. But I thought they had one of those in rotation for a golem.
And a Pekka to chop through that thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they figured that the fire spirits would be enough, but you know what? Rock does not get taken out by fire that easily.
No.
Ooh, big ol' rocket out the left side, kills 2 wizards, and the Inferno Tower gets reset. We're gonna get a chance for that lava hand to lock on, but I don't think there's enough support.
I don't think so here. The Inferno Tower and the minions gonna kind of finish up this push here.
Look out! Oh, caught at the very end.
I gotta say, another troop that does very well in this game mode, Woody, is the Lumberjack. It's fast and it drops rage.
He does multiple things
It's
well.
a strong card.
Nice little
Anything that moves
pump.
fast is good in touchdown.
Anything
That's
with
my
a mustache
expert insight.
is
That's my expert
good in-
insight for you today, Woody.
Thank you. Yes, fast moving.
Move fast,
Move fast,
slow, bad.
Is bad.
I got it.
What if you move super fast? What if you're a raged fast moving?
So there's the tornado, and that is going to lock up the victory there.
Oh, there it is.
And there it is. 2-2, baby.
Football. This is why we have best of 5 finals, Ash.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here tied up at 2-2 right now. So that means the winner of the next match goes home with 200,000 gems. It's all on the line right now. I want to hear from this crowd. Who here wants Team Despacito? Give it up for Team Despacito. All right. I want to hear from you guys too in chat. Make sure you let us know who you're rooting for. Who has the most subscribers in chat is what I want to know right now. But
Who's got Team Soccer over football?
No, I don't know about that.
What? No, come on, guys.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we agreed before the tournament, if it came down to a 2-2 tie, you'd wear a tutu. You remember that, Ash,
I
right?
do remember that, of course.
So where's the tutu? You're putting it on?
Instagram or something, yeah. Sure.
Oh, okay, later.
I'm not going to do it live. But yeah, so this is the big match here.
Right.
Whew, I don't even know. I think the crowd here is divided, it seems like. I don't think that anybody got a louder applause. And this is huge. It's a huge match for these players. I'm seeing some of their selections right now, and I like where they're going.
Yeah? It all comes down to this.
Yeah.
This is the final game. All the chips on the line.
And here it
all that you've learned in the tournament so far being brought to bear.
And this is it. So this is really fun. This has actually ended up being such a tightly contested finals. I love it.
I've enjoyed casting with you, Ash.
Oh, me too,
It's
Woody.
great learning about this new
I can't wait
format.
to play this in-game in October, hopefully, when the update hits.
Very, very soon.
All right.
Soon. And many other new features.
Many other new
in that-
features?
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Always love learning about what's coming out.
Me
next.
too. So we see the graveyard played here by Team Soccer over Football. So interesting start. They have both have Princess, which is a really strong card. Your favorite card in this game mode.
Favorite defensive card, yeah. She's good at taking out all these spawners.
But Alvaro and Anthrax both have spawners.
That's true. I think she's pretty good against the spawners,
Me
though.
too.
As long as she stays spread out, you know, and they're mirroring her, too. I don't know if you noticed it. That was a level 2 princess.
Absolutely. So a mirrored princess, so basically 3 princesses on the board at the same time. I think that gives a decisive advantage so far onto football over soccer, or soccer over football.
It's so much constant damage being thrown out there, but there's so many beefy targets being played by Team Despacito. You've got spawners, bowlers, big old barbarians, brother.
Look at the freeze.
Oh, check that out.
Oh my God.
Wow.
In the lightning, they got it.
Not enough. Team Despacito with the 1-0 lead in this final game.
Did you see that, Woody? At the very end there, they dropped the freeze and then the lightning, allowing the barbarian that was spawned from the battle ram to kind of fall over into the end zone.
Not having to worry about that last remaining defensive troop. What a great play by Alvaro and Antrax.
They've got to feel good about that going into this the final match.
You can't rest on your laurels, though. This is the final game. And it's possible for soccer versus football to turn around. They're building up a big push out the right, but there's no support for these troops besides the little princess.
And this could be a little bit of trouble coming back on the counterattack on the right here, Woody.
Ooh, that lesson.
Not a bad log. That was actually a really good log there.
I think Bowler's going to be able to get the job done, though. Great at taking out ground units. He'll roll straight through that ice with.
But look at that. Bowler has a bad angle. Okay, there he kind of auto-corrected there.
Yeah,
I gotta say, with the
Bowler needs
princess,
to go back and take a geometry lesson.
Yeah, right. With the princesses and the mortar, they have a nice little kind of control archetype going over here. Team soccer over football.
Beautiful tornado.
And look at this on the left, guys. They have a giant at full health. A lava hound. They missed some of the minions with those with that fireball there.
Good log rolls through, but not going to be able to reach that dark.
This is going to be trouble, Woody. This is going to be trouble with the lava hound.
Oh man, it's at full health, Ash.
If the lava hound gets too close to the end zone, when it dies, the pups will automatically get the touchdown. Right. I'm not sure if it's close enough, judging by that shadow, though.
Oh, I don't think so. He's locked onto those spawner huts, and I think a Musketeer Dark Gobbo combo might be enough.
Oh no! Oh, that was so close.
10 seconds left, Ash. This could be the end of the whole tournament. The push on the left and the right getting shut down. Logs rolling through, but the minions can't reach the end zone.
Wow.
Despacito wins!
Despacito!
Despacito!
Da 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 da.
Congratulations to all of our teams today, all 4 of them. 8 great content creators from around the world are going to have a lot of gems to share.
I was
going to
say congratulations to the teams, congratulations to the players, and congratulations to the subscribers. I can't wait for this new game mode, and I'll see all of you guys in the arena.
Make sure to check it out. It's going to drop in October. Follow us on Clash Royale, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you can find us, and check out these guys' social media to get a chance at those gems.
And that is going to do it. As always, take care, guys.
See you in the arena.